The interview is over, your guest has left, and you're exhausted. But don't pack up yet. What you do in the next few minutes can have a critical impact over the next 24 hours. Within 5 minutes of wrapping up, verify that your recordings exist. Check each camera, play back 10 seconds from the start, the middle, and the end. Check your audio files and copy critical files to a backup drive immediately. Don't wait on this. Drives fail, cards get damaged, and you want to back up now. While everything is fresh, make notes. What were the best moments? What timestamps did they happen at? Were there any technical issues, things that you might have to deal with in the post? Note any brilliant remarks that your guests made while settling in. Log the session, guest name, date, file names, duration, special notes. This log will save you hours when you sit down to edit long material. Open your editing program like DaVinci Resolve, and this is a straightforward podcast edit, so start on the cut page. Cut page is designed for simple, single timeline work. You line up your clips, trim the heads and tails, remove the dead air, cut out mistakes, and you're done. For most podcast episodes, the cut page is all you need. But here's the power of Resolve. If you need to add titles, layer in graphics, drop in your music beds, or do the 4K crop to get multiple angles, then you just click over to the Edit tab. Your footage is still there, nothing changes, you just gained more capability. Now you can bounce back and forth between cut and edit in the same project. Simple cuts on one tab, layered production on the other. When you hit an endpoint where you removed content, listen to the gap. If it sounds dead and unnatural, drop in your room tone here. Remember, those 30 seconds you captured during setup, this is where they pay off. Lay the room tone on the track underneath your dialogue. It fills in the silence with natural ambient sound of your room that their voice is already carrying behind it. No clicks, no dead spots, just continuous natural audio. If you shot at 4K, but your output is for YouTube, you don't need to deliver it at 4K. In fact, John and Rainey suggest that this isn't for most podcasters. 4K files are huge. They slow down your editing time, they eat up your storage, and YouTube compresses everything anyway. So does Facebook and any other platform. So shoot at 4K for the crop and flexibility that we talked about, but deliver it in 1080p. And here's how. When your edit is done, click on the Deliver tab in Resolve or go to your export program. Right at the top, you'll see presets. Click on YouTube. It automatically selects the right codec, the right data rate, and the right resolution. You don't have to mess with anything. You don't even have to understand the compression algorithms. Here's something you might want to know, but you don't have to know. H.264 or H.265 is the format or codec in which we are exporting. The software handles the rest. If you're using Premiere instead from Adobe, it's a similar process, but you're going to export through Media Encoder. I actually re-encode material all the time using Media Encoder. There's a YouTube preset. There's a Twitter setting that's great for web uploads. And you can just drag your timeline into Media Encoder and select your presets and then run it, and it'll run a whole new file. Either way, the output is a single file and you're ready to upload. Now, before we move on to distribution, let's talk about your document setup. Take photos of your lighting positions, measure the distance from camera to subject, and light the subject. Note exact mic positions, record all of your camera settings, and a screenshot of your audio levels. Why does this matter? If you interview 10 guests over 2 months, you'll want them all to look and sound like they're from the same show. Consistency equals professionalism. John makes this point about audiobook sessions. You can always tell when they've switched recording days because the sound changes. Don't let that happen to your podcast. Keep your setup kit and your tape marks and your lighting diagram and your audio settings screenshot and a camera settings checklist. This will save you a lot of headaches whenever you go to put everything back together for another shoot. You now have walked through the complete process: lights, camera, action, and everything that comes after it. These skills are not just about podcasting. You can use them for lecturing. You can use them for your business. You can use them for teaching people things that you need to teach them. These skills are about breaking complex tasks into manageable steps, preparing thoroughly, checking your work as you go, and learning from each iteration. Practice makes practice. Your first episode will not be perfect. Your 5th will be better, and your 10th may surprise you. Now go and create something.